Hi, this is webkinz 96, and I just wanted to do a video to show the patterns and like the dimensions. I've had numerous requests for the dimensions for my patterns for my hoodies. The hoodies that I do in the raffle, a lot of people want to try making their own, or their mom or their sister or something are really good at sewing, so they wanted to get like the dimensions for the patterns so that they could, see if they could make them their own hoodies. Well, I went ahead and measured and everything, and I would like to show everybody the sizes for the pieces for the hoodie, and I'll explain, each piece. The first piece is the hoodie hood, like the actual hood part, like this part right here of the hoodie. It's a pretty big piece. It's almost the size of a piece of paper, but not quite. It's 10.5 inches wide, 6 3/4 inches, tall, I guess. That's the first piece. This is the back of the hoodie, and if you need to pause the vid or whatever so that you can write down all these sizes and such, please feel free. When you do this one, it's probably best to start, because you don't know how high between here and here, because it's just at an angle, so maybe measure your 3 3/4 inch across, and then, do your 8, kind of like square it out first before you do your angles so that they match up, where they're supposed to, so that your sleeve angles aren't so far in or so far high. They should meet all, around the same point there. And this is angled to, give like a angle, a rounded area for the hood to go on. So this is the hoodie, the back of the hoodie. The next piece is the front of the hoodie. And again, you can pause it if you need. The next piece, which I guess is the final piece, but I use 2 of them unless I'm like folding and piling my fabric together, so that I can just use one piece and cut, say, 8 times if I wanted to make like 4 hoodies. So because you do have 2 sleeves, so just make sure that when you do your pattern you have 2 of these, and these are the dimensions. And if you watched my video on how to make them, you'll be able to find out like how all these pieces are actually like put into like the hoodie itself, because this is, it's got an area where this is supposed to be sewn, so it looks weird. It doesn't look like a sleeve, but that part gets sewn over and trimmed to make like this little, I can't use a glue one, to make like the little edges and stuff. They're called hems, so to make the edges smooth. So yeah, that's about it. That's all the pieces. There's 2 sleeves, a front, a back, and a hood. I mean, it's fairly simple. It's a little tough on the sewing machine. I would definitely recommend a sewing machine. It'd probably take a long time by hand. I mean, you can still try it if you want, but it may come out a little bigger, because using a sewing machine, it takes it in like a little bit on an edge when you're sewing it, as opposed to sewing along an edge of something. So they may come out a little bigger if you do them by hand. And another thing I wanted to mention is that depending on the type of fabric, now I use fleece, but all fleece for some reason is not made the same. Some fleeces are actually like thinner, or some of them are more like stretchier, and some of them tend to be a lot like firmer. Well, this one is actually a stretchier one, but this one's a little thicker, this one's a little firmer, so it may have a different feel like on the sewing machine, depending on what color you get. And when you do them, like I said, you have a little room for error and stuff. Some of them, they look a little baggy, they fit the webkinz fairly well. Like the hoodies, will fit anything from puppies to, like puppies, dogs, cats, anything that pretty much stands up. If you're gonna put it, like, if you wanted to use it for something like a camel, it probably won't fit as well, just because, the long necks and such. But I mean, you can try. The American German Shepherd has a longer neck, so it kind of fits a little differently on the American German Shepherd than, say, the rest of them. He's also a lot stiffer as a webkinz. So yeah, these are a little more floppier, and some of them are just thinner bodied, like the Dalmatian, or like the Cocker Spaniel or the Golden Retriever, so that they will have a looser fit on some of those, whereas like the Chocolate Cheeky, it's more, kind of snugs right up to his body. So yeah, hopefully this helps everybody, And good luck in making your webkinz hoodies. And if you do try it, or somebody you know makes one, and you want to show me, please, I would love to see somebody trying this. And yeah, thanks for sitting through this long explanation video or whatever. So thanks for watching. Bye.